Happy Christmas 2020 everybody, and for this Christmas I wasn't actually going to do anything. I decided, you know what, I don't really do Christmas myself. I had enough videos going out, other people would be doing theirs, and I thought, you know what, that's fine, I'm just going to stay drunk and not worry. But then this little Henry 160 dropped into my front room, literally, and the plan was afoot, and I thought that this would become our Christmas project, because I've not had a 160 before, and I do have a few wicked plans for it. So today we're just going to have a look, normal bog standard video, see what we've got. Yes, hello my vacuum cleaner chums, how are you today? Yes, this came my way via Mr. James, who was actually collecting the last lot of machines that I've refurbished for him, and he said, did I want a Henry? And I went, yeah, good one. And he said it was a 160, and it is a size that I am quite interested in. I must admit, I've not seen one in real life before. Obviously on the television screen, device screen, it doesn't look as it does now. It's really quite diddy, which is cool, because I want to try the small size in my house. What else do we have? Well, tools wise, we have a conical hose, very nice. You will notice the split in the cuff, they all do that, especially these newer ones. This cable ties are literally just there so that, you know, for another couple of days I can store it with the floor tool in the parking slot without the hose just falling off and going everywhere. I just cut myself on that very cable tie. Let's put that over there out of the way and wait for the blood to start on this festive video indeed. We have some ones. Now these aren't the original ones, I don't think, because from this one's age, which is 2017, I thought they had the other style, which they probably did, but it's clean enough. I don't fully care about those things. There's the blood, and it's all like wedged together anyway, which I need to try and get off because I don't like the ones that way around. These two, well, that one's okay, and we appear to have a Henry cordless floor tool. Very odd. I mean, it's in very good condition. I'm certainly going to keep it, at least for now. And yeah, that is our tools. Let's get on to Henry himself. Now, Henry himself is in pretty good condition, actually. There's no real scuffs and scrapes. I think he's had one trip across a hardwood floor, but, you know, not too terrible at all. 2017, we have our light, our on-off switch, our cable, which seems to be quite a stiff flex, certainly stiffer than the older ones, and the handle has a sort of catch on it, which is a bit odd. Again, I'm just more used to the older ones, which have nothing, so it bangs down very noisily indeed. We have our tool holders. I don't have any small tools with it, but that's fine. There we go. Look, 'cause that's what you do with the small Henry, isn't it? Put the floor tool that's as big as the machine on the back. If we lift the lid, we can see it's quite dusty. Certainly been around, there we go, been around the block a little bit, has Henry, but the filter is in excellent condition. I'm fairly sure there's nothing torn on it, no holes. We even have a genuine Numatic HVR160 bag, and everything's in really very good condition. I think this all dates from 2017. Let's just see when the bin. Yeah, 2017. Everything is, so they obviously make them fairly quickly along the path. With some of the older machines, you could have a bin that was made 4 years before the rating sticker went on the top shelf, but not nowadays. So, are we going to plug it in? Well, no. Because I have already, and I tried it with Mr. James. We were a bit intrigued, and the light comes on, but nobody is home. And I've now been messing around a little bit more, and it's at the stage where I don't really want to turn it on until we have fixed something, shall we say. So what I thought we'd do is have it all apart. That's why I'm filming this today, because I want to hopefully get it working and get it washed, because it does not work at all. So we'll take the screws out, and I said I'll show you why as we go. Part of the reason is I don't remember if the wires are plugged into the motor, and obviously if we turn it on and they're not and they're short, that's going to be annoying. So I'll pop the lid off like so. Nothing new there. In fact, this is also, well, I can point out the differences that I can see. The cord reel is held on. In fact, it's very different all over. The moulding, the way it goes together, that's certainly going to be a bit interesting. Let me pop all the screws out so I can keep a track of them. They don't seem to all want to fall out. We might fix it in this episode, a video. Then you'll see why in a minute I said that I would rather do it this way. Let's have these out. Okay, yeah, you can come out. Why do only some of them come out and not others? Oh, then we can take this bottom piece off, and here is where we see the water damage. Yes, this machine has been wet. Bless it. And here is the motor, and that is why, you know, at the very least, if it's fired right up because I've disturbed something and fixed it, it's not going to do it any more good with that, which is why I had to stop, sit down, film this video so we can see what is what. So I shall unplug the cables again. I had plugged them in. We'll take that out and yeah, have a look at a generally quite grim and disgusting inner motor housing. How lovely is that? We can take off again. Look, you can see, ooh, absolutely stinks as well. Stinks. The motor housing is a one-piece affair now, mixed in with the surround shroud. And yeah, here is our motor, which spins but doesn't work, and certainly looks inside. A couple of the segments of the COM are not fab. So what I'm going to do, we'll give this a go. Certainly see if, because electrically it might just be a stuck carbon brush or something. So we'll get it apart and I'll come back and I'll show you if we find anything. God. Couple of minutes later and our lamb motor comes apart. I can't quite see. One of those might be a date code. I don't quite know. But, you know, we could assume that it is. And yeah, well, all the rubbish pulled out the fan quite nicely indeed. That's not actually seen much more than perhaps just a badly fitted bag or just been put down on something else. The carbons are in excellent order. Nothing much wrong with those at all. COM is going to get cleaned up and may hopefully be alright. I don't know. What I did find though is when I took out the carbon brush, look, the terminal for that one came with it, and if we look here, look, we will find that there is a melty bit. Yes, that's where our carbon brush terminal affixes to the rest of the wiring. So to fix this, I'm just going to, I'm unwrapping it now. Look, unwrap some of this so that I have a bit more to be playing with. There we go, we'll just wind that around there, and then we'll solder that directly to our carbon brush. Now I'm also having a look at that, which needs to be cleaned. That's the thermal cutout that sits over there. I've never been inside one of these little tiny motors. I mean, this is only a, what are we, 620 watt machine. So let's see if we can get this 620 watts fired back up again with our little repair to this cable, and we'll see if it runs. We'll get it back in and I shall join you ready for the first switch on. And with us all back together with a working, spinning, where are we, hopefully electrically connected, as iffy as that looks, it should be fine for our testing purposes. We'll get this back together and hey, I reckon it might run. And with that, Henry is in the on position, and I'm going to go and retreat to a safe position, plug it in, and turn him on. Hey! Ha ha ha! Way! One working HVR160. Right, let me tidy up all these tools and, well, we'll actually use him. It's always nice on these videos where the vacuum that we attempt to fix ends up being the vacuum that we can clean up the mess we made with. Ah, brilliant. Oh, can't move there. That's pretty good for 500 odd watts. But this is going to be nicer. Oh yeah. Here comes some airflow on HVR160. Oh, I'll give him that. Right, let's see if the Henry cordless head, which I do believe I'm going to struggle with, isn't actually going to be much good for this cleaning, because it's just too powerful. Come on, the people want to see you. Oh, that's alright on this carpet. Obviously got to try not to shred my hand on that bit there. Oh, crikey, let's open the bleed valve. Wow! Oh, that... I know people do complain about these eco machines, but I'll tell you what, they do have more than enough airflow still, even with their 500 watts of power. I mean, this Electrolux, oh, where are we? Z385 automatic is 750 watts, and my God, this feels more powerful than that does. It's just got more airflow. It's just a sharper suction than this. Bye. But Henry, now, although I was sort of hoping I couldn't fix him, I will not lie, because it makes what will happen hopefully tomorrow a lot different, really, because tomorrow we're going to try and modify Mr. Henry, try and pep him up a bit, although I think we're actually going to perhaps push the boundaries of what's actually pointless and what's not. But hey ho, it's Christmas. That to some people is pointless in itself. We may as well see what we can do with plain boring Henry 160. So, wicked, I'm up a Henry than I was this morning. That's good. And hopefully with a bit of a clean up and a couple of mods which we shall discuss in the next episode, which will probably be tomorrow, hence why it's a Christmas bonanza, Henry should see you very soon. So enjoy. Not Christmas yet, so you're going to have to, want 2 more sleeps. 2 more sleeps, and I hope you have a Henry under your tree. I will, hopefully, if I don't completely stuff this up, have a Henry under my tree as well in a couple of days' time. So, thank you very much for watching, and I and Henry will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.